Hello everyone. Welcome to third lecture in series of machine learning. Today's topic is well-defined or well-posed learning problem. A machine learning problem is called well-posed or well-defined. Its solution to that problem actually exists, and that solution should be unique, depends on data experience, and is not sensitive to small changes in that data experience. Let's understand the definition of ML given by the Tom Mitchell before moving further. A computer program is said to learn from experience E with respect to some class of task T and performance measure P. That means, as an ML, we develop a program that learns from some past experience E for some task that is being denoted by the T, and performance of doing that task is denoted or measured by the P. If its performance at tasks in T as measured by P improve with experience E, that means performance P किसी task T के लिए improve होता है by some experience E. If I'm doing some task, then every time the task performance is improving because of the experience I'm getting while performing that task again and again, or learning of the data, past data, right? To have a well defined learning problem, three features need to be identified. Three features जो हर problem के लिए we need to identify, वो क्या है? First is the class of task that we have discussed, that is denoted by T. Second is the measure of performance to be improved, that we have denoted by P. And third is the source of experience, that is denoted by E. So to understand this definition given by the Tom Mitchell, let's discuss three examples. First is a checker learning problem. A checker learning problem is similar to the chess that we play. So if some chess problem is given to us, in that, what can be the task? Playing checkers, that can be the task. Performance P, percentage of game won against the opponent. What will be the performance? The number of times or the percentage of a time I am winning the game against the opponent. And that performance P is improving by what? By the experience E. And what is the experience E is defined in this problem? That is playing or practice games against itself. The number of times I've play a game against myself in that particular game. So that many time I'm improving myself, and from that experience E, my performance will get improved. Second example is handwriting recognition learning problem. If some handwriting recognition problem is given to us, in that particular problem, the task, what is the task? We can understand the task is recognizing and classifying the handwritten words within the image. Whatever image or whatever thing is provided to us, in that we have to recognize and classify the words. That is the task that to be performed. And what is the performance P? Before that, let's read what is the experience E. We'll have some database of the handwritten words with given classification. So some database of some handwritten word is provided to us with some classification. That means from that experience, I will improve my performance, right? So what is the performance? The percentage of the words correctly classified. So the number of words I'm able to classify correctly, that is the performance. Now, third example. A third example is a robot driving learning problem. That means if some problem of a robot driving is given to us. So in that, what can be the task? The task can be driving on a public four-lane highway using vision sensors. That means simply, what can be the task? Driving on a public four-lane highways, on, or that means driving on some road. And what can be the performance? The average distance travel before an error. Before doing some error, if the distance that we have covered, that is the performance measure. And what is the experience? A sequence of images and steering commands recorded while observing a human driver. That whatever we that machine is observing from the human driver, or the number of boards or images on a road, it's recording. That is the experience. By that experience, it is improving its performance P for some task T. Now let's discuss one example program. You try to do it yourself. Suppose before that we have given a definition of the ML so that everyone can understand what is E, what is P, and what is T. So let's come to the question. Suppose your email program watches which email you do or do not mark as a spam, and based on that learns how to better filter spam. Right. So what is the task in this setting? One problem statement is given to us, and in this, the in question, it is asking ki what will be the task T. So what I'm doing this question, I am what I'm doing. Let's first read the four options. First is a classifying emails spams or not spam. Second is watching your label email as a spam or not spam. Third is the number or fraction of emails correctly classified as spam or not spam. And fourth is none of the above. So once again, just go through the question and try to answer this question. And the correct answer is classifying emails as a spam or a not spam. As in a question, we were saying that suppose your email program watches which email you mark as a spam and not spam. I'm not labeling, it is already labeled. So and it is asking the task. What task is to be performed? Classification of a email as a spam and not spam, that is the task, right? So the correct answer is classifying email as a spam or not spam. So this is a complete lecture for well-defined and well-posed learning problem. So for more such videos, please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.